Hello again, another day, another Yeardle puzzle. 3 events, all took place in the same year. I'm going to guess what year it was. So the rapid conquest of the Hexi corridor provides for traditional western provinces of China with greater security. Generals Li Guang and Zhang Shan ride north from Yubeiping, but Zhang Xian, with the larger army, is slow to rendezvous with Li Guang. And Consul Quintus Fabius Maximus, allied with the Aedui, defeats the Arverni and Allobroge in Transalpine Gaul, thus establishing the province for Rome. Right, we're talking about Rome, so are we talking Roman times in a BC year? I have no idea. I feel like we're talking a long time ago, but it might be the early ADs. Let's start with 400 BC and we'll slowly get more recent if we need to. So I'm over 200 years off, so let's just try a nice round 0. And that's a little bit better. So I'm going to go back to the BCs. Let's try 80. Okay, so those are both 41 years off, so we know it's not between them, but it still could be a little bit earlier or a little bit later. Let's try 160. So it's 11 to 40 years off. But it was BC, so my first instinct was right. So that's a minor miracle. Do we want to go again a little bit earlier or a little bit later? Let's try 180. And we've moved in the wrong direction, so it has to be after 140, but it also has to be earlier than 120. So let's try 125. Oh, we're slowly narrowing it down, but we're still not particularly close. I'm going to assume, as usual, that it ends in a 5 or a 0, which might be a foolish thing to assume. Oh wow, we're still 3 to 10 years off. Okay, so what have we got? It can't be... If it ends in a 0 or a 5, it could still be 120 or 135, is that correct? No, it can't be 120 because this would be at least 41 years off, so it could be 135. I think that's consistent. I'm going to have to go for it. I've only got one guess left, so I'm in grave danger of failing, but fingers crossed. It was 121, so it wasn't a year that ended in a 0 or a 5, so that's where all my logic went out the window. But if I hadn't made that assumption, I would have had no chance. In fact, I had no chance anyway. I was very unlucky. Look, I guessed 80 and it told me I was 41 to 200 years off. And I turned out to be 41 years off, but I could have been 200 years off. I just had no idea. If I'd guessed 81 on that guess, it would have been so much easier. Maybe I should do that next time. But that's a failure, so 279 years off with my first guess. Not brilliant, but it definitely could have been a lot worse. But that's a failure, and I didn't really get close. So let me know if you did better. I'm sure you did. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.